Welcome to the Dawgs Table. Hosted by Craig Fountain and Jared Fatty Bates. Get access to special guests, anyone can join the Dawgs Table. Find the link to join the show in the comments when we go live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Periscope, and everywhere on the BIGPLAY network. Here's your hosts, Craig Fountain and Jared Fatty Bates.
We are live here at My Corner Bar in Parma Heights on 130th and I think it's Hoffman, something. On the corner 130th. Come out and join us. We are here to talk all sorts of Browns with you guys. We have some giveaways that we're giving out on the table over there, and I got to ship it over to Craig. Craig, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, welcome to the Dawgs Table. If this is your first time watching or listening to the show, we are our Browns Roundtable discussion show. We are live at My Corner Bar, like Jared said. And here's the cool thing. We are sponsored by Labatt Blue Light and Remax Edge Realty, the JC Group, and we are part of Team Big Play. Jared, are you okay? Oh, you're showing off the banner there. Yeah, absolutely. We got the banner. We're here live. We do have giveaways if you're sitting at the bar. Or you're within earshot of a TV in the bar. There are some giveaways on the table. There's some Labatt Blue koozies, courtesy of Labatt Blue Light. There are some Brown sports cards that are courtesy of us, and there is a one-chip challenge. The only asterisk on the one-chip challenge is you have to eat it here in front of us. It's our last one, so that's been kind of a tradition here when we go live. And you'll notice to my right we have Barry, and many of you know Barry is, let's just say what it is, Hookers and Blow Barry.
They told me there was a bunch of Hookers and Blow in Parma.
There might be. Not here. Not at My Corner Bar, but we can find them after the show, or you can. But welcome to the Dawgs Table.
That's how you got me here.
It is. Baby switch.
Man.
I love it.
What do we got in the comments? Who do we got here? We have Red Leg. We have Craig Foster. Thanks for joining the show. Barry is a big man. When he's next to us, how tall are you, Barry?
5'6".
5'6". He's not 5'6".
I'm 6'5". I might be drunk.
6'5". But he is a big man. And Red Leg has had the pleasure of meeting Barry. Justin Masters, thanks for joining the show. I got my copies of Hookers and Blow today. Hookers and Blow.
He did. He got a couple
Christmas.
He got a couple other children's books too that we cannot say on.
Did you see the part where they're plowing?
Oh man! But
that's how they saved it. They plowed.
They had to. Red Leg is pretty tall himself, and he says, "Dude towers over me in person." So here's the cool thing: anybody can join the show. We posted a link in the comments. It looks just like this. StreamYard.com link. You can video chat with us. You can come on the show, and you can ask us questions. You can interact with us, join the discussion. Craig, thanks for joining. Super cool. And we can interact with your comments just like this. Get on YouTube, Facebook. We'll try to monitor Twitter, and we'll see what happens.
And the great thing is everybody here at the bar is watching now. So if you guys want to come on, let the bar see you. They're going to be part of the show here in a little bit. So Gigolos and Juice. All right. I haven't heard that one before.
Gigolos and juice.
Okay.
What did you guys think of the halftime show?
I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
I absolutely loved it. Like my
Ti-
kids were looking at me. I was just dancing in the middle of the living room. They're like, "What are you doing, Dad?" I'm like,
Are you doing a crip walk?
"Oh yeah,
You were doing a crip walk?
oh heck yeah."
Let's see you do it.
I can't do it here
Why can't you?
because I'm horrible at it.
I can run the DJ. I got the app for that.
as soon as I heard the
I'm
first
saying,
beat,
Hey, I'm just saying, Fatty, don't talk about it. Be about it.
hey, first beat, I went in, kicked my kid's door open. I'm like, "Let's go!"
Tim's calling you out for Snapchatting or snapping selfies during the show. Good old Tim Unkefer.
Oh, Tim's here.
Actually, I wasn't Snapchatting, but I will.
All right.
Where's he at? He should have came.
Appreciate you digging the show tonight, Justin. It is a cool setup. We got the banner behind us. Work in progress. We are constantly improving our live shows. We go live once a month, and normally you can catch us Tuesdays live. It's a Thursday tonight, though. Craig, to answer your question, the Super Bowl. It was a great Super Bowl. It was entertaining. It was fun. I enjoyed watching it. Wish it was my Browns. It was really tough. We kind of discussed it last week. Do we root for a division rival? Do we root for the team that Odell Beckham Jr. is on? It kind of felt like a lose-lose situation. But for the record, I was rooting for the Rams. I was rooting for Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Sean McVay.
Anybody that spends 12 years in Detroit deserves this. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, hey, the Dominican Sue got out and got his ring, right?
He did, absolutely.
So,
well deserved. And OBJ was on the Rams, but that wasn't going to prevent me. I just can't bring myself to root for a divisional rival. It is what it is. So Browns Twitter may hate me for it. The trolls were out in full force this week. I learned some new words this week on Twitter. People called me some things. They called me some things.
Yeah, your vampire was one. There's a few other things. Yeah, because he's ginger. He only comes out at night.
Yeah, it was. They're just daywalkers. It's whatever. But
you never heard that before, Barry?
Halftime wasn't as good as I thought it would be, says Justin Masters. What did you guys think of the hot halftime show, Barry?
I really think that Eminem. Well, actually, Snoop, being Snoop, he's always good. But Eminem and Dre saved it. I'm not a big M fan because everybody knows I'm very right wing, but. I think they saved it. I wasn't a big fan of Mary J. Blige and 50 hanging upside down. I think he had some mic problems because I don't think everything really lined up right. But it was pretty cool. It was really good to see. It was really cool. Just to see something from our adolescent age into our adulthood.
Nostalgia.
It was pretty cool to see that.
That 90s nostalgia.
And I see something on Facebook. It's like everybody between like 30 or 27 and 50 right now is loving this. Everybody else is like shit. And that was the truth.
Oh,
everybody's like, all the boomers and the old timers, a lot of my veteran friends, a little bit older and stuff like that, they were dissing it and they were like, it was cool. And the thing is, if they knew the history of them rappers, Mary J. Blige has been sober 12 years. M's been sober 11 or 14 or something like that. Dre just got over an aneurysm, and everybody knows about Snoop just buying Death Row Records and everybody the history with that, which was Suge Knight and stuff like that, and the Tupac's shit. It really is a good story, and and if anybody can show that the gang for the left side and the left wing, the gangsta side, man, them guys aren't about it. They are literally. It was cool to see them. Everybody on that stage was a role model, in my opinion. In my opinion.
Let me interject just for 1 second here, because prior to the Dawgs Table here at my corner bar, Illegal Ham to the Face went live, and they have a trivia segment every week. And they had a great trivia question, but I want to put Big Bry, who's host of Illegal Ham to the Face, along with Jared. He's off camera, but I'm going to ask him a trivia question because he came up with a really good one for Illegal Ham to the Face. What is the combined age of the performers for the halftime show in this year's Super Bowl? This is something I discussed on Ginger's Talk Football with French, and it's mind-blowing, actually.
Make you feel old?
Made me feel really old.
Made you feel really old.
No, combined age, if you add them all together.
Total.
180.
Well, you had Mary J. Blige, you had Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, plus you got to add 50 Cent in there, and then you got Kendrick Lamar.
Do we really got to add Kendrick Lamar?
That was a waste.
Okay.
That was a waste of time. Yeah. 286.
286.
286.
Oh my lord!
Is what I believe it
let's see
was.
here.
If you can fact check me.
Chris came close with 240.
Yeah, he did. Justin was. You're in here. In the
I
comments
can
too.
do it.
I didn't
I
know
can
you
do whatever
could do
I
it.
want in here. I'm in here too. I'm helping you out.
There we go. Tim, thanks for joining the show. We got to get you on again sometime. I miss having Tim Unkefer on the show.
I know. Why doesn't he come on? He doesn't like us.
I'm gonna call him out right now because I'm trying to get him to come up Saturday.
Oh yeah,
I told him. I said, I talked to Nicole today, and Nicole's gonna come up and get us. We have our DD. We get up there and we're DD back.
Oh, you arranged all that?
I did.
I love you.
I did.
I love you.
But trying to get Tim to come out so he can ride up with us. And
my lord,
the DD back.
So
it is what it is.
So Saturday, all right. So all of us here. And I don't know if Big Brian will be able to make it, but Always Positive Jay will be there. Red Leg will be there. We are having a podcast and fan social get-together at High and Dry Bowling in Tremont. Saturday, 7 p.m. This Saturday, 7 p.m. It's All-Star Weekend. We know some of you guys don't like that. The bulk of you do, but it's when everybody's going to be in town, and we just want to be part of the craziness. So come join us at High and Dry.
By the way, Brian's stuffing his face right now because we had some food earlier.
He's like, what'd you say, cheeseburger?
He's like, I've been trying to get his attention for like 2 minutes because I want him to go to flag down our gorgeous bartender over there to give me another Bud Light. I've been trying to flag him down, hoping he would do it.
No,
he's so like he's absorbed
like
into that food.
Elbows deep. He's got the guy's big bite right now.
So
he's got elbows out,
I'm gonna
hands
have to
up.
away and go get me one. But
all right. You want to grab me one too, Barry, while you're up?
I'll take a Labatt, Barry. All right, Justin, appreciate you tuning into the show.
Bye, guys.
Red Leg, look forward to seeing you. Glad you're here with us in spirit tonight. We are at My Corner Bar.
Actually, Red Leg can come in if he wants to. Get Red Leg in here.
Red
Come
Leg,
on.
you got the link. It's in the comments. Do you need us to send it out again?
We missed you last week.
All right. And one of the special things about the Dawgs Table is it's a Browns roundtable discussion show. So we post a link in the comments. Anybody can click that link and video chat with us. It's kind of like calling into the radio, but it's like a Zoom call. Yeah. We'll add you to the show, and anybody can join. Nobody has – all right, so we've never talked about this. Nobody has done anything to get banned yet. Now, that's not a challenge, but nobody has ever done something, clicked on the link and done something where like, you can't come on the show. So when I say anybody can come on the show, anybody can come on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's ever messed that up. Barry's come close. Sometimes we have to get him to change his screen name before he comes in.
There was a couple times that we almost gave him Sweet Chin Music.
Oh, Jocelyn says challenge accepted.
All right. Well, here we go, sis. Here we go. She's still upset with me about the queso, chili queso.
Oh yeah,
yeah. She's really upset.
We are a very informal show, and we'll talk Browns. Anybody can bring any subject to the table, and we'll talk about it. But Super Bowl overall, it was a great game.
I loved it. There was a couple. The refs should have stayed out of it. There was a couple calls that were just, and it's on both sides. It's not just one. It was on both sides. But there's a couple calls that were just, oh, you got to be kidding me. Like, a linebacker makes a great play on 4th and goal and knocks away a pass, and it's defensive holding. And if you look back at it, he barely touched the guy. If you're going to call that ticky-tack flag, then why not call the one where T. Higgins fish hooked Ramsey?
T. Higgins, that was not a ticky-tack play.
No.
That was the most. No, listen. That was the most.
T. Higgins before that was a ticky-tack play.
Jared, that was the most egregious penalty since that New Orleans Saints pass interference in the playoffs.
Oh, shush.
A couple years ago. That was the worst non-call in Super Bowl history, probably.
I'm talking about the T. Higgins end zone pass
that
Ramsey had a hold of his shirt and dragged him back 5 yards.
Listen.
Bryce acknowledging it right now.
I don't know how they missed that face mask call.
I don't know how they missed it either.
And Jalen Ramsey had the worst game of his career in the Super Bowl, and he's a superstar. Like, let's be real. He's a great player. But 75 of those receiving yards that he gave up weren't deserved. T. Higgins grabbed him by the face mask, pulled his head around 180 degrees. It's bullshit. It's terrible non-call. Listen, and you know what? As much as Cincinnati Bagels fans want to complain about that last drive, sure, Aaron Donald might have been offsides. Probably was. Logan Wilson, I can see why they called it. Were they calling that in the third quarter, second quarter, first quarter? No, but I can see why they called it.
Shut up.
You weren't looking at his right hand, but here's the important
What do you mean
part.
I wasn't looking at his right hand? He let go to actually go after the ball.
Here's the important part. If the refs hadn't missed that call against T. Higgins, that drive wouldn't have mattered, not one bit. Would not. Give us a thumbs up in the comments if you can hear us. We are on Wi-Fi tonight, live remote location. So sometimes we have to refresh and start over. Let's see what happens.
We still got no audio.
We do have TVs going on in the bar.
There it is.
Is it? It's there?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
We'll do it live.
We're doing it live.
Yeah, so what were we talking about?
Super
we were
Bowl,
talking about how you were wrong and I
These
was
guys,
right.
these guys get some more sponsors.
Yeah.
They get some more sponsors. You get some more money. They can pay for better connections. You guys won't have that
Yeah,
problem. So if you got a friend or somebody that owns some business and you want to sponsor these guys, we could probably avoid that problem.
Yeah,
Just
so
saying.
I want to give a shout out to a gentleman, and there's actually two gentlemen that I met tonight.
Yes.
And they were on a legal ham. And believe it or not, Barry, this my brother's backyard barbecue sauce. No, listen. So this guy right here,
He's over there
is actually the guy in the hoodie at the end of the bar
with the cabbie hat.
Yeah,
No shit.
absolutely. So check out my brother's backyard barbecue sauce, and you can find it here at my corner bar.
I'll tell you what, we actually had it.
Oh, my age.
Hey, so good. Hands down one of the best barbecue sauces I've had in a while. Like, it is so good. Bri,
Does she do hot sauce?
out of 10, what do you give it?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Thanks, Brian.
Ms. Davis, you go to prom with me?
So do us a favor real quick. Will you take this and just stand right in front of this table, right in front of that camera, and hold that up next to your face?
Oh, man.
This is the guy. This is the guy on the label. Perfect. Right there. Put it right up next to your face. There it is. There he is. That's the man. That's the man himself. It is what it is.
Love it.
Good stuff.
That is
Real
awesome.
good stuff there.
Go Browns. Go Browns. But yeah, you can find that here at my corner bar in Parma Heights.
So good, too. It's so good. Like, we finally had it. It's got a little bit of kick, sweet, a little tangy, but man, it catches you on the back end and you actually get the flavors. It makes your saliva glands get all excited. Brian knows what I'm talking about.
But yeah, so Super Bowl is solid. Now, let me ask you this, Fatty, because here's the hard part about watching a divisional foe in the Super Bowl. We're looking forward. Now, I don't think anybody really, if we talked at the beginning of the season, nobody was really expecting the Cincinnati Bengals to make the Super Bowl.
No.
Zach Taylor was on the hot seat.
Yes.
Like, if they didn't have a decent season, like, he was out. Like,
Yes.
no question. And Burrow coming off injury, they made it to the Super Bowl. And all of a sudden, not only are we worried about the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens, we're worried about the Cincinnati Bengals. What do you think? All right, hold on one second. Hold that thought. I'm going to bring in Red Leg. Red Leg, how you doing?
Oh, Red Leg, what's going on?
Hello.
I love your hat, and that was, if I saw on Twitter, courtesy of, but via Vintage CLE, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it was an eBay auction. I buy it now. I bought it, and then the little card came in the package. So I was like, "Oh, that's pretty freaking cool." So, but yeah, came in today. I'm like, I know I'm gonna wear it.
All right, there you go. So appreciate you joining the show, Red Leg Fatty. What do we have to look forward to with the Cincinnati Bengals over the next few years? Are you scared?
A little bit.
Are you scared? A little
Oh,
scared?
yeah. A little bit.
No.
No.
little bit. They tasted it. They got there. They tasted it.
Listen,
they know what they have to. They know what they have to fix. They don't have to fix anything except the offensive line.
He's not going to sign anybody. He's not going to re-sign anybody. They have Burrow and Jamar Chase. They're not going to spend any money on their offensive line. They'll draft a couple people. That team does not even have an indoor practice facility because their ownership is so cheap.
That is true. That is.
They have a 2 to 3 year window max. Because they're not going to Even Carson Palmer said it.
Yeah,
Carson Palmer said it.
But Carson Palmer is just.
I don't listen. Carson Palmer might be salty.
He was a wasted talent.
See,
salty.
I think he's salty. I think he did pretty good at Arizona, but he should have left sooner. And I think that's what he was hinting at because he basically said, listen, you got Joe Burrow for a couple of years, but if you think that dude's not going to skip town after his rookie contract's up, you're crazy. So
yeah, but you also got to factor in Carson Palmer from LA, from California. USC boy, it's different being an Ohio guy.
If he's looking back on his time,
Brian, do you think
with guys like Ojo Cinco and Hushmanzada and those guys, if he's if I'm getting
wide receiver,
all right.
Yeah, I don't think Burrow might stay just because he's a Ohio guy.
One for Fatty. Boom.
0% chance.
And I'm going to agree with Fatty right here that Burrow might stay because he's an Ohio guy.
Okay. There you go.
They might get a second contract out of him. The same thing's going to happen with Carson Palmer. Remember, Carson Palmer retired because he got tired of the bullshit that was going on in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys think in the comments? Let us know while Barry's talking here. Is Burrow going to stay in Cincinnati long term?
Yeah. So Carson Palmer retired. I seen a meme the other day that was
so salty right now.
Said, what was it? It was Carson Palmer. Joe Burrow in 6 years, something like that. And it was basically what's the name from Indianapolis? Retired.
Carson Wentz.
Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck. It was Andrew Luck standing up there crying. Yeah, because dude got sacked more times in the playoffs than anybody else.
Right.
And honestly, the Bengals were literally probably a 16th of an inch from another MCL tear with him.
Yeah,
Super Bowl, and they were literally this close from losing him for next season.
Hey,
because they can't protect him, and they won't.
I want you to think of this though. The very last play, what happened? 4th and 1, they tried to pass. He got sacked.
Mm-hmm.
They have an offensive line. That might be a different story.
Oh yeah, because Jamar Chase was wide open.
He was wide open, which is why
the first read.
Hey,
he couldn't even make it to his first read.
God, it's OBJ all coming back in circles. He was wide open.
Listen, people started asking questions. Should the Bengals have drafted an offensive lineman? Now, this is a Brown show, but we're talking about this because it's an AFC North.
That was from the rumors that have happened now. That was Joe Burrow calling that shot right there. Joe Burrow was in that draft room, and he said, I don't want an offensive lineman. Jamar Chase is going to change this franchise. He told them to draft Jamar Chase.
Red light thoughts?
No.
Oh, man. What are these? What do we got here?
Green tea.
Green tea.
Listen, I can't do shots.
Yeah.
Listen, I will fight everybody in this bar.
No, he's like, all right.
I can't do them.
Bry's not doing the shot.
I'm strictly
Bry's
a Bud Light.
right.
I'm strictly a Bud Light guy. So actually, I'm a Busch Light guy, but they don't have this here.
Hey, he's co-owner.
Great
he's
bar.
a co-owner.
Co-owner. Great bar, but for some reason they don't have a Busch Light. They told me they might have PBR, but they're out of it. Now, granted, we're in Parma, but I don't know, everybody up here is a little different, whatever. But a little bit of a.
This show is brought to you by Labatt Blue. But this is delicious.
Listen.
No, give him a second one.
If he does 2 shots, I'm going to be in trouble because his wife is my sister.
Then you have to do it.
No.
All right, then I'm doing it.
I don't do shots.
Here's the My Corner Bar. Thank you guys for having us.
Great people.
Great people, great time.
The Bud Light is very cold, and the Black Blue is, I guess.
Delicious.
Yeah.
All right, Red Leg. Sorry. Your thoughts.
Man, there.
Your thoughts on our divisional foe. It's got relevance from that perspective.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think Burrow needs an O-line or he's gone. I mean, they're kind of like the Buckeyes at times. Sometimes if they get a bad game where they kind of lose their confidence, it just goes downhill. Like when we beat them in Cincinnati this year, they just kind of gave up. And towards the end of the game, their scars are showing. The stuff they need to take care of is evident. I mean, I think Burrow wants to stay in Cincinnati. They're gonna have to pay him. But these guys have so much time and so many contracts to make money before they're out the league, and they're selling cars or whatever they're doing after their careers. Yeah. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they're going to chase the money. I mean, look at Cam Newton. He's he goes to New England and whatever. So
here's the thing, though, and Tim's got a point here with his comment. They're going to start paying the money, but we're looking at Cincinnati as a foe for the next few years. Looking forward, can they afford to pay Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, T. Higgins? You got young guys on the defense that are going to end up getting paid. Plus, they're going to have to add offensive line help. I don't know if they can do it. And if you look back at the past, I saw on Twitter, somebody posted an infographic where, like, if you look at the past, like 15 or 20 Super Bowl winners, how many teams actually had a running back on their second contract or made more than like $1.5 or $2 million.
And you bring that up, Joe Mixon's contract will be ending soon.
He's already on a second contract. They extended him.
Yes, I understand they extended him. But
what's that? $12 million a year.
For the next 2 years? I think he's got left. I don't think it's that much.
All right, so here's what that brings me to. I want to ask a question based on that. And I saw something on
signed Chubb to his second contract.
Here's the thing. We also gave Kareem Hunt an extension, and Barry sent me an article today.
I sent you the article today.
You both sent me an article today where heavy on Browns, clickbait, extraordinaire.
Be Kareem Hunt, be the first.
I don't like that website. The heavy on whatever. They're heavy on bullshit.
It's clickbait. They're heavy on bullshit.
They will. What I say?
They're heavy on bullshit. Is what you said.
Bullshit. They are. They're heavy on bullshit. My man.
Oh no.
My man.
All right.
Did you get that out of my truck?
All right, there you go, BJ. There's your Labatt Blue.
Where did he get?
They're cold.
Look how happy he is. He's so happy.
This is the summer.
No, that's amazing.
This is the summer limited.
That's amazing.
These are hard to find. I don't even want to open one. I might drink the Labatt Blue. Because this is a.
Service.
I love it. You can't get these no more. Somebody here at the campground would be proud right now. You know what? I'm drinking beer.
The campground.
You might as well just chug it and start opening those. He went next door to get those for you.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Love it. All right.
Corner bar's where it's at.
The corner bar is definitely where it's at.
Here we go, corner bar. Here we go.
Say it loud enough. Here
we go, corner bar. Here we go.
There we go. Players are starting to take less to keep teams together. It's true. It's creeping into football. I don't know. Is Cincinnati the market you do that in? Tim, the link is in the comments. We want to see your face here, along with Red Legs. Who's telling Modell to go to hell?
The link got buried in the comments.
All right, I'll post it again.
Post it because it gets buried. And if you don't click the right button, dude, especially if he's on Facebook. If he's on Facebook, it's a pain in the ass to get to that link.
He's on YouTube. Calm down. He also said that you need to keep them all together while you drink them.
What's that?
The 6-pack. You need to keep them all together while you drink them.
Can you make like a waterfall out of them? Never mind. There's too much. No. There's too much electronics.
No, right, not over there. That's expensive. Get him away from that spot.
Right.
Come over here by me. Jeez.
No, listen. So the Super Bowl.
Let's go with our Twitter poll. We have a Twitter poll, right?
All right, we do have a Twitter poll, but I don't have the banners ready. Or do you want to do the Dogs of the Week first? We should do the Dog of the Weeks first.
I want to know.
Hold on.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Listen, we need more time. All right. Hold on. Can we come back to that? We're going to come back to that. First, we are going to do our City Dogs of Cleveland.
Yes.
Dog of the Week.
This is why you're
Here we go. All right. So Red Leg, don't go anywhere. I'm going to pull you out of here. But listen, every week we do our City Dogs of Cleveland Dog of the Week, and here's what happens. During the regular season, we choose an offensive and defensive Dog of the Week for the Browns, but in the offseason, we strictly focus on our City Dogs of Cleveland Dog of the Week. And we choose a dog every week during the regular season, but it's a little bit different now. So our Dog of the Week is an adoptable dog through the Friends of City Dogs of Cleveland, and here is this week's Dog of the Week. It is Lolo, and Lolo is a fashionista love bug this adorable lady loves exploring on walks, and she's attentive and very treat motivated. She likes toys and being doted on, but also has an independent side. She enjoys the company of other social dogs, but is not a fan of cats. Lolo needs surgery to correct problems with her kneecaps. All costs are covered.
Me too.
Thanks to Friends of City Dogs of Cleveland. She just needs a special adopter and a home to rest and recover. She recently spent a few days at an extended sleepover with a volunteer, and here are some notes. She's got good house manners. She's likely housebroken, good in a crate, great in the car, and here is where you can go. City Dogs of Cleveland, if you want to meet Lolo, find out if you can provide her with a forever home. She's 6 years old. At City Dogs CLE on Twitter, at City Dogs Cleveland on Facebook, 216-664-3476. And we are proud to be partners with the Friends of City Dogs of Cleveland. So,
and for everybody here and everybody listening, they're back to their $21 adoptions. Their kennel is full right now, $21. That's it. Could get you a City Dog Cleveland.
So I don't know a lot about City Dogs of Cleveland, but $21, and I know most rescues, and that dog's probably fixed.
Yes,
probably,
they're all
yes,
fixed.
Up to date on shots.
Yes,
absolutely.
That's a $200 vet bill when you get a pup.
Exactly.
And you can bring a dog home that's probably sad and just sitting in a jail cell right now. $21. Go do it. If I didn't have 2 months at home,
Bri has a rescue. I have a rescue. We've rescued our dogs.
Listen, we're dog lovers here. So if you even want assistance getting hold of the Friends of City Dogs of Cleveland to meet Lolo or one of their other dogs, get a hold of me or Jared personally. We will actually connect you with them and walk you through the process and get you connected with them so that you can adopt a dog. All right, let's hit the comments, and then we're going to go to the Twitter poll of the week.
By the way, I had to block our first user.
Oh,
did you see it?
We're getting spammed. That means we made it.
Oh, that's perfect. I blocked the comment. Hey, so we got our first block.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
We chin music.
Chin music.
we got spammed.
All right. So we are going
to here.
Every week we do a Twitter poll and then we discuss it on the show. So here's our weekly Twitter poll. Here we go. All right, so we are missing some banners, the little guys at the bottom that tell you what's going on. But here is this week's weekly Twitter poll. We asked, how aggressive will the Browns be? Man, I typoed that. I just realized now, as I'm reading it out loud, that I typoed it. How aggressive will the Browns be in free agency? Extremely aggressive, busy but not splashy.
We got no money.
Under the radar. Or other. What do you think? I think I know what Barry thinks. Let's go to Barry. Barry, what do you think?
I don't know if we got the money. I don't. I'm just looking at the cap thing. I know there's a little bit of money there, but we got some people that Ward's still looking for a contract, right?
Yeah, right.
Ward's
we've got a couple guys to give money to.
Yeah, and Ward's still looking for a contract, and Joku, and I think you have to give Joku some money. I don't think I'd be okay with getting rid of Hooper to keep Joku. I really like. I don't know what Hooper's contract says or what dead cap space for all this stuff
it's
is.
about to be pricey here coming up because he was under the contract that he got. Instead of front loaded, it was back loaded.
Nice.
So he's got like another $18 million
so we can just
coming.
axe his ass and he's not.
Well, it all depends on what the contract reads on that side and what we have to do for that. But yes,
I'd
like Joku.
I'd rather pay Joku only because we're drafting him. I'm a big fan of the guys we drafted, but I don't think we got the money to really go crazy. I'd really like see Davion back. If not, pass rusher is going to be a big spot in the draft, along with we're going to go receiver probably from Ohio State round one. Let's be honest, it's probably going to happen.
Don't say that in front of Craig. Craig gets all salty when you say that.
Listen, let us know in the comments.
Craig's a Michigan fan.
Let us know in the comments what you think while Fatty's giving me shit.
I'm not giving you shit. You just don't like Ohio State players. And that's completely fine.
That's not a hot seat over there. That shit's cold. Listen, so I'm not a Michigan fan, nor am I an Ohio State fan.
Sounds like you're a Michigan fan.
No, I'm getting trolled because
over here.
Listen,
Craig is not a college football fan.
I'm not a college football fan at all.
And I'm his brother-in-law. I'll tell you that.
So, but what happens is when you have Browns fans that are also Ohio State fans, we tend to I'm not we. When I say we, I mean you guys.
What do you mean you guys?
You people.
What do you mean you people?
You people tend to overvalue. You people tend to overvalue Ohio State talent. Listen, I'm not saying these guys are bad.
You've got the Browns have failed miserably over the years to draft guys that are in their backyard. And we can go as small as the college out of Mount Union. We can go back to like Pierre Garçon, Cecil Shorts, both had great career. Right, they could have got both them guys for late rounds.
Brian's loving this, by the way. Brian's absolutely loving this.
You got Ohio State guys that you got AJ Hawk, Cam Hayward, all them people right in their backyard, and the Browns failed to evaluate them. They did, and that might have been a regime before this, but and if you can bring some homegrown talent in that's palatable, that can stick. We had Terrell Pryor experience.
Craig needs a hug.
And Terrell Pryor, he.
You know what I need?
Best year in Cleveland.
I need some London or Burks in my life. I'm not saying Wilson and Olave are bad by any means, but let's not anoint them freaking Mohamed Massaquoi and Brian Robisky just because they went to Ohio State.
The Massaquoi didn't go to Ohio State.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Well, listen, we don't need that situation where we take them like that.
You know who did go to Ohio State?
Yep, I was going to say it. Yep.
Jesus Christ. Yes! Bry? Yes! Bry.
That was Tom Brady. Shut up.
Bullshit. He did say he was a Buckeye. No, he did not. No,
he
didn't. No, that was a fake meme. That was a fake meme.
That
was a fake meme.
I love it.
Fake news. Fake news.
Brian's been trolling me for weeks with that.
Fake news.
He's not trolling you. He's speaking facts.
Beautiful.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where's his diploma from?
News.
Who? Burrow?
Yeah.
He doesn't get paid to have a diploma.
Oh, wait. So when he graduates and quits being a broadcaster like Tony Romo, where's his credentials?
Joe Burrow.
Ohio State University.
Would have graduated from Ohio State if it wasn't for Justin Fields.
Or Urban Meyer.
I don't know that story, but maybe.
Tim, I'm with you.
Urban was voted kicker of the year for this year, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah. I was wrong. Oh, no, it's not.
Tim, you were there. Tim, I have to say, don't you guys forget when the show started, I told you the Cavs were coming. Listen, Tim, you were here from day one. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time on the show. We miss you. You have to come on the show. This is actually a good time to announce something that we set in stone.
Are we announcing it now?
Listen, we're announcing it now. Big announcement. All right, so we
I'm out of the loop. I'm out of the loop. I have no idea what's going on.
You're going to get your own mic again.
Love it.
Don't worry.
Yeah, you're going to love this.
All right, day two of the draft. Day two of the draft.
Friday, April 28th.
Right, roughly 7 or 8 p.m. We'll set a time to be exact. We are going to go live on the day two of the draft at the Brick House Bar and Grill in Sebring, Ohio. And we are going to recap round one, and we're going to be broadcasting live for round 2 and 3.
Hey,
so,
by the way, when he says we're getting a hotel room. The whole family's coming.
Yeah, it's going down in Sebring, Ohio. So,
what day is that?
27th.
It's a Friday.
March 27th?
April
27th. April 27th. All right. Ooh.
Red Leg.
Actually, 29th. Friday. Friday the 29th. Starts on Thursday the 28th.
When's the campground open?
April. Well, I don't know. End of April?
Or March?
I think it's
May.
end of April or May.
I think it's May 15th.
Yeah.
Fatty, he may not need it. He may not need a hotel. They can put the family in my camper in my driveway.
I don't know. No, he doesn't drive Buick. He drives a truck.
He can't come to my house because my dog Judge will be
Okay.
You hear that, Fatty?
What happened?
If the campground's not open, my camper will be in my driveway. You can plug it in. You don't even need a hotel.
Oh, I got to talk to the wife. She's excited about the hotel because it's got a swimming pool so the kids can go swimming.
Oh, that's fine.
There we go.
Whatever. I'm trying to save you some money, but if my camper's not good enough for you, my Section 8 camper.
Section 8 camper.
Hey.
Oh, my Lord.
Hey, the Florida room's not good enough for us either.
Oh, my Lord. Here we go. Push. Labatt light. Labatt blue light. Hey, Brian, can you help me out for a second? I appreciate it. All right, so red leg. Hey, we're not ignoring you.
No,
we have lights and sounds in front of us
to get red leg on
in real time.
Red Leg's been with the show.
He's been here the whole time. He's coming. He's
come where we're at.
Listen,
he's coming Saturday.
He's coming Saturday.
I'll be here Saturday. Yeah.
I did hear that.
It's gonna be a blast. Saturday, high and dry, bowling and beer in Tremont, 7 p.m. We're doing a fan meet and greet and networking event with other podcasts and their fun. Huh?
I thought we were downtown.
It is downtown. Tremont's kind of downtown. Like it's
I don't know.
Downtown.
I'm just putting a GPS. That's how I'm getting there.
Attaboy,
I have no idea where any of it's at.
So Red Leg's coming, so I got to come now?
Yes.
All right.
Red Leg, we need to we need to spin off this and do a show for crypto.
Yeah.
There you go.
We get Tim on this, my cousin Tim.
Yeah.
So everybody, Craig's been talking about Tim a couple of times. He's been here since the beginning. Tim is my cousin, Craig's wife's cousin. We were literally born 16 days apart. We were raised like brothers, but he's really big into crypto and NFTs and all that stuff. So, but he might come Saturday. I'm trying to get him.
We'll have to get him to come. He's also a huge Cavs fan. I don't know those CT gets. Those CT gets always look pretty much like courtside.
Yep. He's a season ticket holder to the Cavs. And,
I've never been. I have been invited. I'm sorry, Tim. I got a wife and kids. You got to get me a good time.
But so Red Lake, I can't wait to see you this weekend. But any thoughts on what we were discussing? I'd ask you specifically, but I don't remember what we were talking about.
Twitter poll.
Yeah. So
I'll hold the glue together over here.
How aggressive will the Browns be in free agency?
I think it'll be aggressive. Yeah, we have no money, but we do have like Dearness Johnson. We have other guys like that. I think it's gonna be a lot of trades more than anything else, more than money. But I think we're gonna be active. So
how did that happen?
I thought that this person was blocked.
I think we get the right money. What just happened?
Blocked again.
All right, listen. For Red Light,
Tweet chain music.
Red Light. Listen. Here's an observation. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. No hard feelings either way.
Without clothing.
Barry.
I'm just reading the comments.
I know.
They blocked him. They blocked her. I'm the single one here.
Yes, that's true. All right, hold on. Sidebar. Let me read a.
Right, I'm gonna step away so they can do their show because I gotta go pee.
Yeah, I'm gonna read a text that Barry sent me today. If he's okay with it, are you okay with it?
Which one?
The screenshot you sent me.
Oh, I gotta get back on for this.
So
you're gonna make her. You're gonna make her.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say who it is. So BJ is single. He's on Tinder, Bumble, whatever, all those kind of things. So
I got kicked off Hinge. I told some girl she had a big nose.
You got kicked off Hinge.
Yeah,
all right. Listen. So BJ is known from our show as the hookers and blow guy, right?
I'm the drunk uncle.
The drunk uncle. Somebody messages him. This is a screenshot I got today. Hello, Barry. How are you? Barry says, "What's up?" This girl says, "What you looking for on here?" ? Barry goes, and I quote, "Well, the last person that asked me that I responded with hookers and blow, but that didn't go over too well. So how about we just say my person like everybody else?" So that's why Barry's single.
She thought it was funny.
Okay. I didn't get the rest of the conversation, but all right, Red Leg. Red Leg. How are we going to do in free agency?
No, really. I think it's gonna be aggressive. I don't see Johnson standing around. He's just too valuable.
Right.
I mean, I wish he was. McDowell's in like a 1-year contract, so he's a non-factor, right? I mean, I hope we have Clowney, but who we're gonna go after? We gotta try to replace these guys who we're really enjoying now if we're not gonna keep them around. But yeah, that money is thin. So I don't know, man. I think we're gonna be aggressive, but it's gonna be involved in trading and all that kind of stuff as well, or draft picks, or whatever we can end up doing. So.
All right, so I'm going to ask Big Bry the same thing. Big Bry is co-host of Illegal Ham to the Face, and how aggressive are we going to be in free agency? This is this week's Twitter poll. How aggressive are we going to be?
I think mildly aggressive. We just need to sign our own guys. I think our first priority needs to be Jadeveon Clowney and pumping up that defensive line because we lost McKinley, we lost McDowell, and we have no defensive tackles. So we need to get stronger up the middle. And, I mean, obviously we all know we need a wide receiver because it sounds like Jarvis is gone. We know Odell isn't coming back. So DPJ, you can't just strictly rely on him. I don't know if they'll bring Higgins back, but we need some playmakers on the outside. Our running game's good. Defense up the middle and playmakers on the outside on offense, I think, is what they need to strictly focus on.
Well, here's something to consider. So Andrew Berry, I think we can all acknowledge that, not everybody's completely happy with his decisions, but he's been a success overall. Right. I think we can all agree that he's been good overall. And the people that aren't happy with him are the ones that are like, well, Baker's just, I'd rather have Marcus Mariota. And those people do exist, believe it or not. But Andrew Berry does not like to go into an NFL draft where he is put in a corner and has to draft based on need. That tells me he's going to be active in free agency. Right. I don't know how splashy he's going to be, but he's not going to be willing to go into the NFL draft this year with a glaring need where he's forced to pick at a certain position, especially with the first round pick. Yeah, I mean, is that fair to say?
Yeah. I mean, he had the task of getting our defense better last year, and he did. So we know we need. I mean, whether you think it's a quarterback play or whether you think it's the wide receivers, our passing game needs to improve this year. So that has to be the focus of the offseason, whether it's trading for a quarterback, signing one in free agency, drafting a wide receiver. You have to get it better because I know we want to run the ball over and over and over again, but you can't really win, as we saw in these playoffs, unless you have a elite passing game. So let's hope they figure it out. Up to this point, Andrew Berry has done everything we've asked of him, and now this might be his toughest challenge of all because our passing game was piss poor last year, and it needs to be at least close to the top 10 for us to compete next year.
All right, so now that Bry's on the show, I have one more question to pose before I have Bry put Barry on the spot here.
Oh boy.
So Redleg.
Yes.
Redleg, you're very active on Twitter, as am I. Twitter is where the NFL world goes round, I like to say. There is some major discussion this week on the idea that the Browns need to go cornerback in the first round at 13. How do you feel about that?
Cornerback. Oh man, I don't know. I mean,
why?
I don't think so. Yeah. I don't
so
think
should I go ahead and give the why? All right. So here's the idea. And I'm not saying I agree with this.
You got three good ones.
I'm just going to throw the idea out there. The idea is that we are incapable of keeping up with the offensive firepower of Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. So the idea is we need to figure out how to defend them instead of outscoring them. And that is something that is raging and rampant on Twitter right now. And listen, there's a gentleman that gave an analysis that presented this idea, and I kind of took off. I'm not bashing this gentleman. I don't know if I care for the other folks that are spreading the information, but it is what it is. These are the same guys that don't want Baker here. But yeah, no, that's the idea. Is they're like, hey, we're never going to be able to outscore these guys. We have to figure out how to defend them. All right, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Can I give another why? Some people think that it's not worth paying a cornerback $17, $18 million a year. So, I mean, as much as we love Denzel Ward and he's a local guy, it's not worth paying him.
Not Ty Law.
Yeah.
So, well, and you know what? That's interesting, and I don't even know if that ever came up. I think the argument was we have Denzel Ward, let's lock him up, and then we have Greg Newsome on the other side. Let's just launch Greedy Williams and whatever's underneath that.
What a job Greedy did this year.
Right.
He did.
He was like the poor man's comeback player of the year. Let's be honest. Like that guy, he just took what gave to him. He took a second string job, stepped in when everybody got hurt, and he had solid play all year. But
I feel like him and Delpit can kind of
Delpit too. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it's no, we should not spend a top third round 3 or above draft pick on a cornerback. We're cornerback deep. Maybe sign a crafty veteran, whatever. Our first pick is obviously wide receiver. It's probably going to be somebody from Ohio State. Lave's going to go quick. Maybe Wilson. If not, a couple of guys. Craig picked.
London.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'd be okay if Wilson's gone, I'd be okay with that. Wilson's been. What got me is like a lot of people were comparing Wilson to Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's hard to bail on that, man.
It's very tough.
And a lot of people.
If he's Cooper Kupp, take him right now.
They know a lot more about football.
Yeah, right.
They know more about football. I'm a fan, and they are experts. So if that's what they're saying, then yeah. But Browns are going to go. They're going to go receiver first round. One way or another, and unless for some reason Kenny Pickett's there at 13, there's going to be some drama with that because everybody knows that. What's going on there? But
it depends.
Tim. Hold on. Tim. All right, put this in the comments. Are you one of those guys, Tim? Are you one of those guys?
Sounds like he is.
I can't see what he said because
he said
back to BJ's.
He said, "Who is throwing the ball to this first round wide receiver?"
Yeah.
That's
all right,
the major question.
So we'll go.
So Brian,
BJ. Yeah, that was my question originally to BJ.
So I'm not bailing on Baker yet. I've got reservations. I'm worried, but I also know that the Browns have had piss poor quarterback play since 1999. Honestly, truthfully, our best quarterbacks are like Brian Hoyer. Tim Couch would have been great.
Love Brian Hoyer.
But Brian Hoyer was the only quarterback with a winning record. And then,
maybe Anderson for 1 year.
Yep. Right.
Anderson. Yep.
Anderson could put the ball on a dime 60 yards downfield, but he couldn't throw the 5-yard out. He just couldn't do it. I was a big Charlie Fry fan. That fizzled out. But, Baker, literally put this team on his back and led us to the playoffs. I've got some loyalty to him. I'm not going to bail on him, man. I am not.
So, are you looking to do better at all? Are you searching for the Russell Wilson, the Aaron Rodgers, the Derek Carr?
It's got to be a substantial upgrade. It has to be an Aaron Rodgers. It has to be an Aaron Rodgers.
One of the best.
It has to be a somebody that is a top 5 quarterback to come in and.
All right.
I talked to Craig about Kyler Murray the other day. I sent him an article about it. I'm like, I'm no, if it's like. Somebody, and they were like, well, Kirk Cousins. Somebody said Kirk Cousins. I'm like, well, yeah, Kirk Cousins raises your floor but lowers your ceiling. No, he's not doing it. Right. He's not. Can Baker do it? Maybe.
We hope.
I hope.
We hope.
I hope so. And I'm willing to ride with Baker.
One more year, or would you give him the?
No, I'm not going to give him
I'm
not going to give him an extension. I'm going to dangle something in front of his face.
Okay.
I'm like, hey, here's $38 million a year in a contract.
That's what I said last year.
We get to the point to where we're 5-2, we're 8-4.
Mm-hmm.
Sign it, baby. Let's go.
Yep.
Tim, listen, Tim. I feel like you're trolling here. Tim Tebow put the team on his back and took his team to the playoffs and
Against
won.
the Steelers.
Listen, Baker Mayfield is 1,000 times better than Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow did not belong in the NFL. Listen, Tim, I love you.
That dude knocked Pittsburgh out of playoffs, didn't he?
Sure did.
He did,
Sure
and that's
Just like
fine.
Baker did.
And that's fine. And that's fine.
Baker
But
did.
listen,
Ben Roethlisberger has never beat Baker Mayfield in the playoffs.
yeah.
Never.
That's absolutely true.
Baker Mayfield has never
Listen.
lost to Ben Roethlisberger in the playoffs.
Listen,
Ever.
Tim, if you don't like Baker and you want to move on, I understand. I can empathize with that. For me, and I think Redleg would agree, and maybe these guys would agree, it's kind of like politics. We can agree to disagree. It doesn't have to be, we're Baker Bros and we're S and Baker's D, or you're what do they call the Odell guys, and you're like Cleveland Steamers, But but like, listen.
And let's be honest, to be truthfully, I can tell you for a fact, 100%, that I was there when Tim was dropped on his head as a kid.
All right.
I was there.
All
I was
right.
there.
Prove that it's happened.
Well, how far did you drop him?
He was always bigger than me. He was always bigger than me until we were about like 14 years old. But he was always no. But
listen. There's maybe one quarterback that, and I don't even know if it would make complete sense. I don't know if the payoff would be there. There's one quarterback in the league that might, emphasis on might, be available that would make sense to replace Baker Mayfield with, and that's Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers, coincidentally, has the same amount of rings as Matt Stafford right now. But Russell Wilson, Russell Wilson is not a bad quarterback, but he's not going to be a great. He's had his time. Like, it's not going to get better from here.
I agree.
I would take Kirk Cousins over Russell Wilson, but Kirk Cousins is not going to be a great. Derek Carr, if somebody said this time last year, the Browns would be better off with Derek Carr than Baker Mayfield, people would have like buried you up to your neck and stoned you like in the biblical days. Like, I don't get it. Listen,
come to me for a hot take, because I think that's the move.
You think that's the move?
I think Aaron Rodgers, I think Russell Wilson, yeah, that'd be great. It's probably not going to happen.
I love Derek Carr, by the way.
Derek Carr, what does he have? He has more comeback victories than any other quarterback since he's entered the league. And what has our struggle been the last year for sure? When we get the ball and we're down and we need one score to win, we can't do it. So give me a professional quarterback. Derek Carr is a professional quarterback. He's not going to make every throw. He's not going to win MVP. But through 5, 6, 7 weeks this past year, he led the league in passing.
Listen,
so I think in this system with players around him, I think he can be that Matt Stafford that we're looking for.
I love Derek Carr. I'm not shitting on Derek Carr, not by any means, 0%.
He's not great.
Am I shitting on Derek Carr?
He's not great.
I just feel like the ceiling long term is higher for Baker Mayfield than taking Derek Carr at this point.
We hope it is.
We've
seen 4 years of up and down.
We will know by week 6.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So
and the Browns are in a great place with that.
Yeah,
they're in a great place because they picked up his 5th-year option.
Yep.
They're in. They're out. They're in. They're kind of toeing the line. Like, Baker comes in, lights it up. You pay the man.
Yeah.
You pay him. You go off in the sunset, and you have your team. He shits the bed. Well,
we start over again.
We start over.
Redleg, give us your thoughts on this.
No, I mean, there's a lot of nonsense talk about quarterbacks. It's been vicious since the end of the season. To me, you're right. And to me, of all the things that aren't going to happen, Murray to me seems like the most logical, that just makes sense, but that's still not going to happen. Like, when you look at the style Stefanski's running, the way he moves around, the way Baker rolls out, all that kind of stuff they're doing, Murray has those kind of strengths as well. He makes the most sense, but it's not going to happen. It's not coming to Cleveland. I think it's Baker's this year. He shows him he's recovered. And if not, he's shown the door, and it's sad, but I mean, it's what we do in Cleveland. We the guy who came in to turn the team around wants to be here, wants him to succeed. But I mean, I don't know. I just hope he succeeds. I mean, that's really it. I think we should all hope he succeeds. If he doesn't, well, I don't know if you guys are here or not, but I can't hear you guys.
And it's true. Can you hear us now, Redleg? All right, we had to refresh. All right, so now we're back. See, I got this.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, I did. I figured out the Apple computer. Give me this thing. Jeez.
So I'm with you on a franchise tag.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the Browns gonna really have nothing to lose because like he's on a rookie contract. We're paying him $18 million this year.
Yep.
Talking to him.
We're paying him $18 million this year. So
Franchise for Baker, or
he has a great year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baker. If he has a great year. We franchise tag. We pay him the top 5.
Yep.
Top 5.
Yep.
So which was what he would have got anyways. He probably got top 2 or 3. Let's be honest. So we're going to sign him.
Right.
Because Joe Burrow's next contract is going to be $50 million a year. 50. It's going to be 50
for sure. For sure.
So and then you can franchise him a second year, right?
Yeah.
So basically, you have Baker under control for 3 years.
You do.
Absolutely.
You do.
If, so it's
Make
not.
him prove it to you.
But yeah, prove it. He's literally on a freaking prove it deal. And I did not drop the F-bomb. I said frickin' because Craig can't bleep me out.
If he's the guy, that's you're still paying for him. If he's that guy,
I can't hear what. I got Jocelyn's in now. Jocelyn's in here to screw this whole show up, and I don't even know what you guys been talking about. I've been talking up the owners over there.
Go Guardians.
Go Guardians. What's going on, kiddo?
Hey.
I got one day tickets to the Guardians, by the
way. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Will you go mess up our show?
I am. I mean, I did say challenge accepted. I will be the first person to be kicked out.
You're not the first.
That was me.
Oh,
that was me.
That
was me. No, that was I was rubbing my nipple one day, and Craig effed me out. I had my nipple up, squared up, and I was rubbing my nipple.
It wasn't because of that. It was because of the name he chose.
No, it was because of the nipple.
It was not because of the nipple.
The name was next week. The name was next week because my name was 4 Oars More Whores, and.
It was the name, and we are getting way off subject here. You know something? I think we should close out the Dawgs Table because it's been an hour and 5 minutes. All right, what do you want to do? Let's mingle a little bit. All right, we're here. Hey, we made at least it past a half an hour, right? Bonus.
Well done.
Bonus, yep.
Kiddo, I love you. We're getting out of here. Redleg, thank you so much for joining us.
You guys.
I'll see you guys Saturday.
All right, and like I said, Saturday we will be at. I don't even know where the heck it's at.
Oh, Tim Jones jumped.
Tim's just now joining us. Tim's here. Guess what? Too late now.
Hey, I've been waiting for a while, and you never.
Let's see you, Tim.
What's your Baker take?
Tim's gone. Tim's gone.
Wow.
Sweet chip music.
No, pull Tim up. We gotta talk to Tim.
Go ahead, Tim.
No, I came in here to talk to Baker thing. No, but you guys are gonna go. It's all good.
Oh no!
No, you got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes. I'm pulling trump card on this.
I like Baker. I like Baker a lot, but I do not think that he is a quarterback that could lead a team like we're built, I guess you can say. How about that? Like, I guess our team is not built for Baker at all.
In what way?
Meaning Baker is a guy who he wants to be the gamer. Like that was the problem with Odell and everything like that. Baker is still the guy. There's a reason Jarvis is not going to come back because what it is, well, he makes too much money, but here's the other thing.
He's 30 years old.
No, the culture changed because it became the Baker culture.
Yards this year.
It became the Baker culture. The team put their money on Baker, and it is churning away other players on that team.
I disagree.
Well, no.
It's not the Baker culture. I think it's the Chubb culture.
No. The front office put money on Baker. The front office and coaching staff put money on Baker.
There you go. Yeah. And that's what we're doing. We're standing on that now. So we're going to
not with
Baker's way. Yeah, exactly. That's a problem. We're going to lose players because of that.
Well, we already lost Matt Wilson.
Well, I'm just saying we're going to lose players that aren't going to want to come back because they're like, oh, no, they're going to focus on this. I think that's a problem. And we have not given Baker a run for his money. It's been his job. He's had no worry about that.
I don't know. So, Tim, I can't give up on him, man. I can't.
I don't want to give up on him either. But
I see what you're saying.
Who was it? Was it the coaching, or was it him saying I want to play because he shouldn't have been playing injured the way he was?
Well, either way, it's the coaching.
I'm just saying, how did that why did we pull him? Our coaches not have Stefanski doesn't have big enough balls to tell Baker you're not playing today?
Maybe. I don't know, because either way, it's a coaching. Either way, if it's coaching that played him, it's their fault. If it was Baker flexing his muscles and coaching played him, it's still the coaching. He's a game manager. Is what we need. But I will remind you.
We couldn't even get that. We couldn't get that. We couldn't get a fucking game manager.
I will remind you. I remind you that Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl.
Exactly, because he's a game manager. We still gave Baker all these opportunities to try to make some weird plays, and it was stupid.
I didn't bring them Bush Lights in. The owner did. He did. The guy in the hat. The red hat.
Listen, we're sponsored by Labatt Blue, not Bush Light. We're sponsored by Labatt Blue.
The corner bar are weird. The corner bar and they are hosting us, and they provided my Bush Light tonight.
So, all right, Tim. Yes. All right, Baker. Okay, so wow, I forgot where I was going with that. But listen, Baker, are you for Baker or against Baker? Like,
I mean, I'm going to be there and I'm going to support whoever's starting for us. Okay. But it's like right now, no, I want something. I want us to bring somebody in at least compete or something. But everybody's like, oh, that'll hurt Baker's feelings. What?
What is this? Here, let me ask you this. What is this something? Who is the guy that's legitimately available, legitimately obtainable, that poses
right here.
Listen, who is the guy that we can actually legitimately, realistically obtain for a reasonable price that is going to be better than Baker, not just on the playing field, but for our organization?
There's not one. There's not.
No,
you're not.
No. Right now, there's no one that's going to be on the market this year. There's not. But
the only thing
we have to be looking at the different trades. We have to look at least bringing in somebody to push him a little bit.
You could trade. You could trade Baker, send him to the pasture. What's Case's contract? Start Case.
Listen, Case needs to go because of his money. But in my opinion,
Case and draft somebody and sit behind him.
Here's what I think.
You could throw the big middle finger to Pittsburgh and draft Kenny Pickett, somebody out of their backyard, like
I don't know,
like they did with Ben. But
that hurts my head, Jared. Listen, in my mind, so it's not. I'm not saying that Baker Mayfield is whatever. All right,
I think he's good enough.
You can call me a Baker bro on Twitter. I don't give a shit.
You're a Baker bro.
I'm a Baker bro, apparently.
Baker bro.
All right, so quit trolling me on Twitter, but listen. Give him let him play on his 5th year. I don't care what it costs us. We don't have to extend him yet. If he proves that he's worth the 30, 40, 45 million dollars a year, then 42. Fine. If he proves it this year, if not, move on. My point is there is not anybody, there's not a lateral move or less that's worth chasing this year other than maybe Aaron Rodgers. Maybe.
100% I agree.
Maybe.
100% I agree with you. And that's why I'm rooting for Baker.
Russell Wilson will not go down as an NFL great. I'm sorry. He's not a bad player. He's a great player. He will not go down as an NFL great. Derek Carr, good player. I love Derek Carr. I actually loved his brother too. David Carr got the Tim Couch deal.
Yes.
He got the Tim Couch deal.
Absolutely.
Listen, Kirk Cousins, I love Kirk Cousins. That guy can ball out. That guy can ball out. But listen, Baker Mayfield, when you consider the cost factor, his age, the scheme, the attitude, the moxie, the everything, Baker Mayfield is the best option. Listen, before you guys go on Twitter and start tweeting Marcus Mariota at me, how about you just...
Is that guy even still in the NFL?
Yeah.
I would never say Marcus Mariota.
Okay, listen, that's what
I'm just saying, like...
They're saying Twitter trolls are coming at me saying, listen, you're a Baker bro, quit S&SD. We need Marcus Mariota or Carson Wentz. And I'm literally
how do you think the Titans feel
to go at themselves?
Here's the thing is, what do you want to do next year? Make the playoffs?
How do you feel about the Titans right now? How do you think the Titans feel about the fact that they thought Tannehill was their guy?
Listen, Tannehill is
you guys toasted without me?
Sorry.
No, it's empty. It's
listen,
I got that.
Baker has a higher ceiling than Tannehill.
Dick.
Baker has a higher ceiling than Tannehill. Tannehill to me is the best case scenario if we were to acquire a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo. It's just a disaster waiting to happen.
Exactly.
It's not a good idea. I don't know. And then today, the Matt Ryan talk. Like,
I like Matt Ryan.
No. I'm not saying Matt Ryan's not a bad quarterback, but if he couldn't do it with Roddy White and Julio Jones, then what are we going to do?
No, you said lateral move at best.
At best.
I agree.
So,
I agree with you. Tim, your best option. You're honestly true. The Browns are in a great position with Baker Mayfield.
To be continued.
Tim, next Tuesday we will bring this back up. All right.
Yeah, all right.
And you will come on, correct?
And I might see you guys on Saturday. We'll see.
So listen,
Tim, you're coming to the Brick House for the
day two of the draft, Tim.
Maybe. I'm serious though. Like,
no, there's no fucking maybe. I said that.
I'm going to. Listen. Like next week, I'm going to Nashville, and then the following month, I'm going to Key West, and then I have a couple different things coming up. So, like I said, I'm down. No, I'm just saying I'm down, but like if I'm around.
Tim.
Yes.
You're my best.
I like private jets too.
You were my best man in my failed wedding, so you are coming to the second day of the draft. You're coming.
Brick House
in April, right?
Yeah, right? Brick House day 2 of the draft Friday night. We're doing a special from there.
You're coming. Right. I'll give you my headset, which is like
as long as I'm here.
My headset kind of sucks.
That's what I'm giving you. 100%. If I'm in town, if I'm in Ohio, I'll be there.
All right.
Perfect.
Yeah, and Fatty, come to a fucking Cavs game with me. Oops, my
language. Yeah, you can say that. I can't.
What the fuck, man?
Hit me up. I swear, I'm good. I'll tell White. I was like, smack the what. We'll get it.
I've been drinking. Give me a I'm just
We haven't. Have you done a conversation I've been in the middle of?
I haven't.
All right. Goodbye, guys. Talk to you later.
See you, Tim. Thanks for joining.
So I guess this is when the Dawgs Table goes off the air.
This is definitely when the Dawgs Table goes off the air.
This is where I rub my nipples.
This is where you rub your nipples.
This is where we're all right, we got to end the broadcast. Weird shit's gonna happen.
All right, let's get out of here.
The bartender pointed me to the hookers in the blow, and I got to get out of here.
All right, it's time to go.
Love you guys.
All right, thank you guys for watching the Dawgs Table. Come check out My Corner Bar here in Parma Heights on Westwood 30th. Dude, the food is phenomenal. The great place. They've taken care of us all night. So thank you guys for watching, and we are out.
Until
Go
next time, go
Browns.
Browns!